Good morning, everyone. What's better than starting your day with a homemade donut recipe? Welcome back. It's Deirdre here if you've never been here before, and today we're making some homemade glazed donuts. We simply started with some warm milk and added our active yeast and just a little bit of our sugar, stirring that together and setting that aside to rise for about 10 minutes. Make sure that milk isn't too hot or it will kill the yeast, but make sure it's cold enough to where it will actually activate the yeast. While that's rising, we're going to get another bowl and add in our divided wheat flour, the rest of our sugar, and some eggs that have been whipped up separately into a bowl, folding that together until combined. Now, we're taking that risen active yeast, milk, and sugar mixture, pouring that into our dry ingredients along with half of our oil. Sorry, looks like oil, but it's actually vegetable shortening. Did you notice the little time lapse of that yeast still rising once I poured it into the bowl? I put that in there specifically just to show you how cool baking is. Stuff like that, I don't know, just like the chemical reactions of it all is so fun to me. So as you can see, we folded that together until it was nice and combined, and then we're going in with the rest of our flour, folding again until we get a thick dough. The use of the vegetable shortening as well as wheat flour helps us get light and fluffy donuts. Ones with a crispy edge but soft on the inside. So as you can see, once we've kneaded that a little bit, we're going to add in the rest of our vegetable shortening and knead again with our hands until you get a nice smooth dough. Then we're transferring this dough straight over to a clean surface or a silicone mat, whatever you want to use to roll out your dough on. So we're just going to use a rolling pin and roll it to about 1/4 of an inch thick. This is like how you get thin donuts that aren't too dense. Now I'm taking 2 size cookie cutters. I have a 2 to 2.5 inch one, and then for the inside it's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch, so we can create the circles in the middle as well as the large rounds on the outside. Now I cut out squares of parchment paper to set these on because it's going to make it easier in the future when we are going to start frying these. But you want to transfer these to a pan and cover them so that they can rise for 90 minutes. While that's happening, about 15 minutes before it's done rising, you're going to make your frosting, or glaze actually, because you want it to be ready as soon as these donuts come out of the frying oil. So you're going to take your powdered sugar, your vanilla, and your milk, simple 3 ingredients, and whisk that together real good until you get out all the clumps and you have a smooth glaze. Then you're going to preheat your oil, get it to like 400 degrees, and you see how easily these donuts come off of this parchment paper. You can just dip them in and slide it off. I like doing it this way because I've made donuts before and it helps me keep the perfect round shape of these, and it doesn't like if I were to grab the piece of donut off of the paper, it would cause it to like indent, you know? I just like things pretty when I'm baking. So if you're like me, that is what I recommend. Now after you've browned the donuts on both sides, they should be lightly browned. You're going to remove them and put them straight on some paper towel, only for a couple seconds just to get off that oil. Then you're dipping these straight into the glaze. Coat both sides completely and then lift it, getting that excess off, and transfer straight to a rack. Dipping immediately after frying helps that glaze harden on the outside and kind of give you that crispy crust like a Krispy Kreme donut, but then keeps the inside soft. So just like that, you have some homemade glazed donuts. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you want all the ingredients and measurements, check the description below. See y'all next time. Bye.